Zel Boy Army, welcome to another video on the channel. In this one, we are going to be looking at moments Thomas Muller. So we're going to get onto that one. Let's have a look, see what the card is saying. In this video, I'm going to be doing a full review where we look at his card, how much it cost, the stats, talk about some of his links, and then we'll compare him to some other cards that are similar to him maybe, or have similar stats, same league, etc. So Thomas Muller, 6-1, 4-star, 4-star. I don't think his normal card's 4-star, 4-star. Could be wrong, but that's interesting. We'll look at how much it costs first. So an 84 and an 86, I'm going to call that about 250, 300k. Somewhere around 250 to 300k for that. So not cheap, but not super expensive. He's like 200k cheaper than this Rafinha. Right mid is a lot harder to link than a Cam, but he's Brazilian, which is probably better than German on the game and Premier League. But Muller has a lot of great strong links considering he's Bayern Munich German. So I'm going to say Muller's easier to link in. Rafinha probably gets to an 89, although Rafinha is currently playing against my football club Aston Villa and losing 1-0 and hasn't scored, so not a good start towards his goals. Saying that, Rafinha's probably going to end up scoring second half and Aston Villa will lose now, so I've probably jinxed this, but there you go. One shooting trait, outside the foot shot. Apologies for my hair, by the way. Bit of bedhead today. I need a haircut. I can't wait for the lockdown to end. 6-1, 4-star, 4-star. Now, that pace is pretty decent considering you can just put a plus 10 chemistry style on him and you are getting 95 pace. That's not bad. One thing, honestly, you could do on this card is put a shadow on him, and he actually looks like a pretty decent midfielder with a shadow. If you put a shadow on him, you get him 95 pace. He's already good at shooting with 4-star, 4-star. He can pass. He's got good dribbling for a midfielder. And okay defending when you put a shadow on him. And then he's good physically. Honestly, there might be a chance that a CDM or more defensive mind or even box-to-box midfielder could be this Muller's best role, to be honest, because his defending's high enough to do that. His shooting all around without a chemistry style boost is decent. He's got the 99 movement. Obviously, Thomas Muller is famous for having incredible movement. He's one of these players who his normal card on FIFA is never good. Because in real life, if you watch Muller play, there's not much that makes Thomas Muller stand out. But he's very famous for his amazing off-the-ball movement and just being in the right place at the right time. He even has his own football manager position named after him, the Raumdeuter, which in German translates to English as a space invader or space investigator. Thomas Muller's been quite a unique player throughout his career. The shot power and long shot's pretty average. Passing, very solid. The dribbling, I'd be a bit worried he could be a little bit clunky. I just don't know. 85 dribbling, 86 agility is okay. You could put an engine to fix a lot of it. But then the problem I'm getting is he only gets 90 pace, and I'd like to get a bit more. I think there is an option though doing that. His defending, solid. Slide tackles are relevant. Interceptions, defensive awareness, stand tackle matter the most. So his defensive awareness is a bit bad, but with a shadow, you're fixing that defending to make it okay. He's getting like 71 interceptions, 70 standard, 55 defensive awareness, and then solid physicals. For me, I'm not 100% convinced about him as an attacking player. Muller always feels fairly clunky on FIFA, even if you give him good dribbling, so I'm just not sure about the card in that way. For me, I think that you either probably want a hunter if you're going to put him in an attacking position to get him 95 pace, but he ain't going to feel great at the ball, I don't think. An engine if you want to put him as like a cam, but he's not going to be insanely quick or insane shoot, but just solid. Or the other option is maybe a shadow or an anchor and put him at like a CDM role. I think in that, or like the centre mid in the 5-3-2, could be interesting. He could also be a decent wing back, to be honest. If I look at my team, where's my team? If I look at my team with shadow or something. Let's compare him to this Goretzka. I'm going to assume he comes across worse, but it's not often we get a nice Muller card either, so being able to look at him like that is interesting. I wish they would have made him like a 90 or a 91. If this card was like a 90 and it was like 87 pace, 89 shooting, 89 passing, 89 dribbling, 61 defending, 85 physical, I'd think this card would be looking even more attractive. Obviously, it would be like it would be like very, very tempting then. So he's quicker than Goretzka, 1 inch smaller, but got the weak foot, not got the skill moves. Better at shooting, similar-ish passing, better on the ball, a lot worse defending, and a bit worse physical, but not too dissimilar on the physical. So it depends how much you care about the defending. But like this Goretzka's an animal, and honestly, this Muller looks like he could be very good CDM. Like Goretzka is honestly elite, like elite midfielder. I just don't know how big a difference the defending would make. It's hard to know. Let's compare him to Curtis Jones. Where's Curtis Jones? Am I going to have to type Curtis in? No. I think he'll be a higher rated next year, this Curtis Jones. So this Curtis Jones was like 450k. Slower than Muller. Shooting similar. I'd rather Muller's though, because the higher finishing. I'd rather have Curtis Jones passing, because I don't care about the crossing that Muller's got. Interesting. Muller's better on the ball, technically. Obviously, Jones has better defending. That's quite a big one. And then physical, I'll give it Jones without aggression. On paper, it's pretty close. I'd probably be giving that to Curtis Jones, though. Don't know. It's interesting, though, that Jones has probably stronger all-round links considering his English and Premier League. But the links that this Muller gets, strong link to any Bayern player, triple link to the German Bayern players, strong link to Klostergo. It's very interesting. Let's see just attackers in the Bundesliga. We're not going to look at the Lewandowskis. I mean, he'll be better than Haaland on the game just because Haaland's weak foot. To be honest, there ain't a lot of great attackers in the Bundesliga, is there? Let's compare him to this Zobola. Quite a bit slower, worse shooting, worse passing, worse dribbling. I mean, this Zobola destroys him on paper, to be fair. Yeah, I don't think this Muller's an attacker. I think he's a better all-round defender, to be honest. I am half tempted to do him as a defensive-minded midfielder. I don't think I will do him because he's not like wow, like I need him, like he stands out that much. If it had been a 91 with like 70 defending a boost to the others, I think it would have been. But I try avoid doing SBCs, and one of the reasons I don't end up doing like full player reviews where I'm playing games with them for you is because I don't want to waste my coins and not be able to afford to buy actual players I want and can sell later on. Like when you do an SBC, obviously it's untradeable. You lose the coins. I don't like to get tied into them. But if you like Muller, it is a good card. If you like having a Bundesliga team, strong links like that, this Muller looks good. As a CDM, fantastic. As an attacker, he's okay. That's what I think of him though. Hope you enjoyed this video. Appreciate you watching. Thank you for the support as always. Keep it spicy.